Pastor Peggy from Slave Lake Wesleyan Church.
And I'm Pastor Diane from Norfolk Wesleyan Church. Welcome to Warm Hearted Wednesday. So glad that you could join us for our live stream today. We are going to be talking about stories about people that are doing amazing things in these times. As Pastor Peggy mentioned yesterday, the quote from Mr. Rogers, looking for the people that are helping. And there are so many people that are just stepping up and helping out however they can, wherever they can, whether it's from their home or going out and doing things. So we want to highlight a few of those things today, and I'm looking forward to hearing some stories. Pastor Peggy, what's happening in your neck of the woods?
So first of all, up here in Slave Lake, we had a snowstorm yesterday, so we are digging out from probably, I don't know, a couple of feet of snow that fell on us. So that's a lot of fun. But what I find about this time is that there's some very heartwarming stories out there. And I know from the perspective of Slave Lake, a lot of the businesses here have really stepped up and have been amazing during this time. Boston Pizza because there's not that many people in their parking lot, cars and things like that. Some of the truckers that have been going through have been saying there's nowhere to stop, there's nowhere to get something to eat because the restaurants are closed. So Boston Pizza has a really big parking lot, and they can pre-order their pizza, or whatever they want, and Boston Pizza will run it out to them and then back. So that is, people being able to think outside the box. And one of the stores that we have here is called The Fix. It's a little coffee shop, but they have homemade goods and cookies and cakes and pies and homemade bread. And sometimes in a situation like this, something that's homemade, something that is soothing, something that is beautiful like food can really bring some comfort to some people. So they've opened up a couple of days a week where you can pre-order, and as far as I know from their Facebook page anyway, they will deliver it to your home. So that's amazing. We've also had a couple of people in town sort of say in our community discussion pages, hey, I've been laid off from my job, or I don't have a lot of work right now, so I would be happy to go out and do errands for you. And I'm thinking of a couple of people in particular, and a couple of them have actually contacted me and said, is there anything that you need at the store? Is there a prescription or anything at all? And they just drop it off at the doorstep. And that is fantastic, because a lot of people are scared. A lot of people don't want to go out. Some people can't go out. And this puts them at comfort and at ease if they know that there's somebody in the community that will help with that.
Yeah, that's great when people see beyond themselves and see that other people need help.
Absolutely. What about in Norfolk, New York? What's been happening down there? What do you know of?
Well, actually, that goes right along with what I was going to share first. Got a phone call from one of my parishioners today and asking about something we can do. And this particular person, this isn't new for her. Even before any of this stuff happened, if she happened to be going to one of the local stores, she'd send me a text, hey, I'm going to Messina or Potsdam, do you need anything? Oh. And just that warm, full heart that is always looking out for other people. And it's amazing to see that. But she called and asked about making face masks. The medical community, there's a concern about the personal protective equipment. Mm-hmm. And many people are making face masks. So I called the local hospital, and the St. Lawrence Health System, I think is what it's called, they're not accepting handmade face masks at this time. You never know. but she did pass me on to another local company. I'll get to that in a minute, but she'd mentioned, I said, is there anything that we can do? Stuff that you need. And she was listing off some things like, you know, people have called places like Pizza Hut and said, we want to order this amount of pizza to send to the hospital for whoever's working. What a great thing to do. And she also mentioned a local company here in Norfolk, Northern Machining, that donated, I can't remember how many she said, but donated some of those N95 masks that the medical community needs to have for their protection. So, you know, I thought that was incredible that, you know, there are other businesses that use these masks. It's not just the medical community. And, you know, maybe just a shout out to this company in particular, but a reminder to other companies, hey, do you have them? Maybe you need to share, because this is going to affect us all, and we need to all pitch in to do what we can. But talking about that, somebody in my church, a different person, has actually made some of these masks, and she gave me one, so if I have to go out, I can be protected. And I'm going to actually encourage my church people to make these. I have some links for YouTube videos on how to do it, a couple pieces of material, and an elastic to go around the ears. And maybe time consuming, but hey, you're at home. What do you get to do? Really? Come on.
You could get the kids involved too. It's a great skill to learn, and the kids, and then they're giving back as well. Especially if you have kids at home, right? For
sure. I mean, cutting out the material and ironing it and cutting off the little threads, like so much that anybody could do. So we're going to be starting that up. If you have some material or some elastic and a sewing machine, let me know, and I'll make sure you get what you need, and especially the directions to make them.
That's good. It is amazing what people, like the human spirit is absolutely amazing, and people are stepping up in new and creative ways, thinking so outside the box, and helping out wherever is needed. And you know, I know, you know, as pastors, we believe that God gives us gifts, and it's up to us to figure out what those gifts are and to use those in a creative way. So it's about helping out and helping other people in harder situations. And this situation can be hard, but I think if we look towards the helpers, we can see some hope. And what we want you to do as a viewer of this video is we want you to comment below with something that you have been seeing. Maybe you yourself are helping out, or you want to be able to help out in a way that maybe this is, you know, you can say, hey, Slave Lake, I'm here, I can run an errand for you. Or Norfolk Wesleyan, we can run an errand for you. And make it public. Or maybe you want to highlight a story of someone who has been helping you, and we would really like to know about it. So just comment on this post and tell us what has been happening in your neck of the woods. We'd love to hear from you. So I'm Pastor Peggy from Northern Canada.
And I'm Pastor Diane from the North Country. Be safe.
Be healthy, and
be the church. Farewell.
Bye.